Hi everyone, my name is Robin. I'm a librarian from Portland, Oregon, USA. This is my very own, very cool XO laptop. Okay, let's take a look inside. To begin with, you pull up these two side dealies, which are actually the antennas on the XO laptop and what enable it to have a wireless range about 3 times that of our most expensive laptops. So while I show off some of the features here, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and have it begin to boot up here. So while it's doing that, I'll swivel it to the side, and you can see that we have here a USB port, a headphone jack, and a microphone jack. And of course this is for our power adapter. Swivel the other way, and you'll see we have 2 additional USB ports, as well as a memory card slot underneath here, kind of hidden, which makes a lot of sense given the fact that the XO laptop has no hard drive. It is a 1 gig flash drive, so the additional storage capacity was a very wise decision. And you can see this is taking a while to load, and it does take approximately 2 minutes to fully load. And while it's doing that, why don't I flip this around and show you what this looks like when you're using the XO as an ebook reader. Easily swivels around and folds down, and there you go. If you're interested in the XO as an ebook reader, I did upload a YouTube video a couple days ago demonstrating how to download an ebook from Project Gutenberg, and take a look and see what you think. So now that this thing is close to being fully loaded, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at some of the other features on this amazing little machine. Okay, right now we're looking at the home view of the XO laptop. This is the sugar interface, and there are 4 different views actually. There's a neighborhood view, group view, home view, and activity view. So what this is showing in the home view are all the applications that I currently have open. It's showing the battery level and the access point which I'm currently connected to. I want to point out, I'm going to go ahead and demo these different views, but before I do, I want to point out the different applications along the bottom here. There are actually 2 rows of preloaded activities on this machine. They're all open source activities that are very easy to open by simply hovering over and clicking on the icon, and then they load in the circle here. So we have chat, we have browse for getting on the internet, write and open source word processing, record for video recording and photo taking, paint, music program, 3 programs for learning computer language. Children think they're playing games. In reality, they're learning computer programming. There's a calculator, a measure, and another music editing, and so forth. As well, there are a number of open source program activities that you can download and use as well. So right now I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the other views. But before I do click on this here, I want to point out that as well as these 4 icons up above, there are corresponding keys on the keyboard that you can click on to take you to those other views, which I happen to find easier to navigate. So we're going to click right now on the neighborhood view and take a look at what this is. What this view is showing is it's showing all the potential access points from where I am right at the moment with my laptop. So you'll notice that a number of these access points, these are all wireless connections in my area. A number of them have locks on them. A lock means it's a password protected wireless point. So I would need to know that password in order to access the internet through that wireless point. However, you'll see that this one doesn't have a lock. That is the one that I'm connected to at the moment. And there are also a number of others here that are blue that all look the same. There are 3 of them. And what those are called mesh networks. What that would enable me to do is if I clicked on one of those and there was another XO laptop in this area, it would attempt to connect to that laptop. Once it's connected, I would be able to share activities with that user. I would be able to work with that person, play a game, work on a word processing document. Whatever activity we chose, we could work together because our computers would be connected. We would not have to necessarily be on the internet. We could still use any of those open source programs that we both have on our computer. If one of us is connected to the internet, the other person can connect to the internet through the first person. So you could even have a group of 5 people. One person has an wireless internet connection. The others can connect through that person's machine. Really quite an amazing technology. It's called the Mesh Network, and it's a collaborative tool unlike anything that we have in our most expensive $2,000 laptops, and I'd really like to know why. I'm sure it's something that will show up very soon once this technology is figured out. So now I'm going to click on the next view, which is, oops, I accidentally hit the home view again. I'm going to go to the group view. So the group view is showing a group of EXO laptop users that I recently connected with at a meetup in Portland, Oregon. So if I hover over a person, I can actually see their name. I can remove them as my friend because I made them my friend last time. And I can also invite them to whatever activity I am using at the time. So the next time we're together, we'll be able to quickly connect and work on activities together because we've already made each other friends. So again, another amazing collaborative tool. Home view is the third one, and then lastly is the activity view. And what that takes me to is the last activity that I was in. So I was in the Write program, and this is showing, this is, of course, is a word processing program, which really does meet all of your basic word processing needs. So back to the home view, and what I want to do here is I want to hover over my browse activity, show you how easily you can resume an activity once it's already been loaded. So I'm simply going to click on resume, and that's going to take me to the page I was in on the internet earlier, which is the One Laptop Per Child page. So again, it takes a while to load to get this thing up and running, but once it is up, it's not that difficult to navigate, and it actually is quite easy. And I have to say, I am very impressed with this machine. I am very, very impressed with the One Laptop Per Child Foundation and Nicholas Negroponte and his vision, and to help close the digital divide by creating this amazing educational project. And also the open source community has done just an incredible job and is continuing to develop this machine, and I am so appreciative of all the work that they've done. And I have to say, I am so thankful to have had the opportunity to be a proud owner of an EXO laptop.